Okay, hi everyone, and welcome to one of my Smugmug Quick Tips. Now, in this video, I am going to show you how you can place a watermark on your images that are displayed on your Smugmug website. Now, as always, for full disclosure, I am an affiliate of Smugmug, so if you click any of the links that I give you, I will receive a small commission for that, but at no extra cost to yourself. And in fact, as an affiliate, I can also offer you a 15% discount on any Smugmug plans that you take out. So the link down in the description will automatically give you that 15% discount, and you can click through and you can sign up for the free 14-day trial, which is no obligation. You don't have to enter your credit card details. And at the end of the 14 days, if you do decide to take out a plan, that 15% discount will be automatically applied. You won't need to enter any codes or anything like that. So, watermarks. Why should we watermark our images? Well, it's often a subject of big debate. There are many people out there that religiously watermark their images. They say that you should watermark your images to protect them. Some say you shouldn't watermark your images at all, and some, like myself, actually advocate putting a small watermark on your images. So first of all, let's go to the watermark section and we'll talk a bit more about how and why you should watermark your images and if you should or not. So to do that, when you log into your Smugmug dashboard, simply go over here to Account Settings, go to Business, and here in the branding option you have your three options, one for watermarking, and then printing options, print marks, and back printing. Now, the watermark will only appear on your images that are displayed on the website. They will not appear on the final print of your image. The print marks will, and the back printing will, but we'll look at that a little bit later. So first, for the watermarks, first thing you need to do is you need to set up watermarks, and then you can go and individually apply them to galleries or to photos. But first of all, you need to have a watermark set up. So you need to come here to Account Settings, Branding, Watermarks, and click Manage. And you'll get a page like this, and you'll get an option of sample images, so you can see how your watermark will look on different types of images. So if you can see here, if you've got no watermarks exist, you need to create one. So first we click Create, and you've got the option of a text watermark, a simple text watermark, or you can choose an image watermark. Now, let's first look at the text watermark. So here you can simply enter a little bit of text. Now I usually, when I put a text watermark, I usually put something like this. Okay, copyright symbols either side, and I put my website. If you're going to watermark something, it's best to put your website. Now, you can put, some people will advocate a huge watermark right the way over the screen in the middle of the image like this. Okay, that way someone steals that picture, they've got that big watermark across the middle and they can't really do anything with it. Now that's very true, but on the flip side, it also means that if this is here, nobody can really see your image properly. And if you're selling your images, this is also a big detractor for a potential buyer, because first of all, they can't really see the image properly, and second of all, depending on who's buying it. For example, if you're selling prints, if the person looking at that picture cannot see that picture properly, then they're unlikely to buy a print from you. Second of all, if this is someone who is looking at this for editorial or commercial use, advertising perhaps, often what these people will want to do is get a low-res version of the image to use in a mock-up. See, a picture researcher may get several different pictures from several different places, and they may make 2 or 3 different mock-ups of an advert or a layout in a magazine or something like this. And then of course they would then present that to their manager, and they would all discuss this, and they would make a final decision on a particular layout, and of course a final decision on which photo is going to be used. And if it's your photo that's going to be used, that's great. But if they see an image like this with a big watermark splashed across the middle, then it won't look very good in the mock-up, and they won't be able to see how effective this picture will be. So again, they're unlikely to choose it. They will go look for another picture. Now what I would do, now when you put this text watermark on there, you can fade it too. That's very true. So you can make it sort of 80% or 70% opaque, but still it's there, and still it's an annoyance. So what I tend to do, especially with a text watermark, is I make it small. So let's look at the font size. So maybe I will make it small, maybe a little bigger than that, so it's legible at least. You could set the text color. You could set a background color if you want, but I would leave it like this. First of all, give the watermark a name. So I would say, I would call this website watermark. Okay, now the smallest size. Now this can be a little bit confusing. Now this doesn't mean the size of the watermark. It actually means the smallest size of the image itself. So if we choose large, for example, it means that your watermark will only be shown on images that are large and above. If you choose small, then it also means that the watermark will be shown on small images as well. So people are looking at smaller versions on your website. Or thumb. So that also means then that the watermark will appear across all the thumbnails as well. So you can choose the smallest size of the image that you want the watermark to be applied to. Next thing is the placement. So you've got several options here. You can tile it. Oh my god, definitely wouldn't want to do that. You can center it, as we just saw, top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right, top, bottom left, right, example. Yeah. I typically would choose the bottom left or the bottom right. Oh, sorry, bottom right. There we go. I think this is a good place to have it. And if you want to fade it, maybe just, yeah, so it's not so in your face, but it's there. And in this case, it's there. It's visible, it's unobtrusive, so it doesn't detract from the picture, so the person looking can still clearly see the whole of the picture and make an informed decision as to whether they like it, if they want to buy it. Plus, the advantage to having a text watermark with your website is that if a potential buyer for editorial or for commercial advertising, if they have downloaded your image to use in a mock-up, and in the end they do decide that they want to use your image, then they immediately have your website there, so they know where to go to get permission to buy the photo. If that's not there, then you know there's every possibility they may then go back and go, oh no, where did I get that picture from? So it's actually very useful to have this small text watermark on your images, I think, and I do that on all my images across all my websites. I either have it underneath on a black canvas or somewhere in one of the corners of my image like this. Okay, so once you've done all that, you can then simply click create, and it has created the watermark. So now you have one watermark. If you want to create another watermark, just simply click create again. And this time, if you want to create an image watermark, you select image, and then you can either upload the new photo if you haven't already, or choose the one from Smugmug if you already have them. So I've created a folder for watermark images, and here I have all my logos that have been uploaded at a certain size to be used as a watermark. Now I've uploaded these at 300 pixels wide, so they're not too big. So I can select this one, click done, and now my text watermark appears here. Again, I can have it bottom right, and I can make it opaque if I want to, 75. Okay, again, the smallest size I want it to appear. Small, I think is the best mark. And then I can name that logo watermark and click create. Okay, now if you to look at the watermark on the sample, we just simply click the watermark itself, and then we can see an example, and then we can change the sample. So now you can see how it would look on a upright image, on different kinds of images. So we can see how it would look. Same here. So if you think, for example, on upright images, if it's too big, then you can reduce the size. If you've got a text, if you've got an image one, then you want to upload a smaller size, for example. So you can create as many different watermarks as you like. Then go back to organize, and now what you can do is, so for example, if I select my mountains gallery, or you can select multiple galleries if you want, or galleries on their own, go to settings, go to photo protection, and here you have apply watermark. So here you can turn on this option. Then when you click this button, it will show you the watermarks you have already saved. So I can choose to apply the website watermark to this, or I can click this to create a watermark. So it will take me directly to the create watermark page if we haven't done it already. And click save. Now if I go to my photo site, let's open a link in a new tab. Now if I go to my mountains gallery, now we can see that my watermark is appearing on all of these images. If I change this, so say, let's go back to settings, photo protection, change that to the logo watermark, click save. Now if I refresh this gallery, now my logo watermark is appearing on all of the images. If I enlarge that, now we can see it's there. Okay, now again, as I said, this will not be on the final print. This is just for website appearance. I can also choose to apply the watermark to specific images rather than a whole gallery, and by doing that we just simply go into the gallery, click the image or images, then click this toolbar and come to watermark, and simply choose the watermark, website watermark, apply, save. It says please be patient, so we'll close that. Now if I go to Kimmeridge Bay in Dorset, let's remind ourselves which image it was. There you go. Now you can see that my watermark has been applied to that image, but not the others. Okay, so that's watermarks. If you want to remove it, then just click remove and save. Same thing with the galleries. If you change your mind, go back to photo protection and click to default. Now default will be the default that you've applied to all your galleries. So you have a default settings, and in most cases the default is set to not show any watermark, but you can go and change that default and set a default watermark to be applied to all of your galleries, and that way you don't have to do it on a gallery level. Okay, so hope you found this really useful, and if so, please give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't, and stay tuned for some of my future Smugmug videos. And as I said, if you're interested in getting a Smugmug website, then check out the link in the description for a 15% discount. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye bye.